Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, dear students. This is Miss Layla Al-Jihani. Inshallah, today we will continue the expansion units from 1 to 3. Today, inshallah, our lesson is about reading. We will cover lesson 2, the reading. Before we start the lesson, let's recall what we covered in our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we covered these objectives. We formed tag questions. We practiced how do we use tag questions and how do we use modal auxiliaries, the difference between must, mustn't, should and shouldn't. Also, we used adverbs of manner, can, could and may, and also we completed the sentences using past progressive and the difference between past progressive and the simple past. Okay, for more practice, I told you to do a homework, page 107 and 108. Today, inshallah, we will cover it together. Also, what we will, by the end of our lesson, you will be able to read about aptitude and IQ. What is the difference? You will learn the difference between aptitude tests and IQ tests, okay? This is what our reading is about. Also, you will be able to answer questions based on the text. So we will have questions related to the text and we will discuss the difference together, okay? As I said, we have a homework, page 107, 108. Let's start with 107. The first exercise here, you have to change each question to a tag question. You have to use tag question. Here you have a regular question. Do you live near the park? You have to change it to a sentence. You live near the park, then a comma, then you add the tag. Don't you? Okay, we have from 1 to 7. I'm sure you did it all. Let's go through the answers together. Number 1, your brother went, because here did, it's the past, to the garage sale with you. Didn't he? If we have a positive statement, then the tag is negative. If we have a negative statement, like here, negative statement, the tag is positive. Okay, number 2, you have been on a vacation this year, haven't you? Number 3, your father doesn't speak French, doesn't he? Number 4, you're going out for dinner this evening, aren't you? 5, your brother got the job in Dammam, didn't he? 6, you passed the test, didn't you? 7, she hasn't read that book, has she? Okay, this is for the first exercise. Exercise B on the same page, 107. Write the negative question. So here we have to change the statement into a negative question, like here, okay? Isn't Fahad going to take the bus to school? Yes, Fahad is going to take the bus for school. So we have the answer. We have to write the negative questions in these statements. If you haven't done the homework, please pause the video and take your time to do it. And let's go through the answers together. So for number 1, didn't you buy these tools at the garage sale on the weekend? Number 2, didn't you eat at the new Italian restaurant with your friends? Number 3, isn't your sister doing her homework right now? Okay, we got this from the answer. So from the answers, you have to write the negative questions. Number 4, didn't he use the new vacuum cleaner? 5, haven't they gone to mountains on vacation? Number 6, the last one, isn't your friend going to call you at 5 o'clock? Okay. This is related to exercise B. Now moving on to page 108, we have exercise C. Complete the conversation with should, shouldn't, must and mustn't. Based on the statement, you have to think which one you're gonna use. Remember the difference between should and shouldn't and mustn't. Should and shouldn't, we use it when we are giving advice. And must and mustn't, we use it when we are talking about rules. This is the difference between the two, okay? Ibrahim, our basketball team has lost all its games this year. We have 3 games left to play. The other basketball teams what? Win the game against your team. So think about it. We have a conversation between Ibrahim and Mahmoud, and we have another one between a police officer and a driver. Let's read the answers together. So here, number 1, should win the games against his team. Muhammad, that's not a nice thing to say. You shouldn't talk like that. Our team is practicing a lot. We're going to win. I know it. This is related to the first conversation. The next conversation between a police officer and a driver. The law is very clear. So when we're talking about law, which one we're gonna use? We used must, صح? Not should. When we're talking about law, we use must. A driver must not talk on the phone while he is driving. I repeat, it is against the law for the driver to talk on the phone in the car. Driver, I'm sorry, officer, but I was sitting in a traffic jam. Cars weren't moving. I shouldn't get a ticket because I was just sitting. I wasn't driving. Police officer replied, again, the law is clear. You were in your car, you were the driver, and you were on your phone. I must give you a ticket. Okay? This is related to exercise C. We have the last exercise in our homework. Here, you have to change the statements. You have to change the adjective of the sentence into an adverb. You have to use adverbs of manner. Okay? So we have to describe the verb. Tariq, this is an example. Tariq is a slow eater. So Tariq eats slowly. What about Rashid? Rashid is a loud talker. So Rashid talk loudly. So you have to change the adjectives into adverbs of manner. Okay? Let's see the answers together. Number 1, Rashid talks loudly. We changed loud to loudly. And my sister and brother read fast. Fast is one of the adjectives. When we change it to an adverb, we don't change anything. We just put it as it is. Khalid is a careful driver. Khalid drives carefully. Number 4, your mom cooks well. Good, we change it to well. 5, Yahya plays video games aggressively. So aggressive, we change it to aggressively. 6, the last one, Hamid and Ahmed swim well. Good, we changed it to well. Hopefully this is easy for all of you and managed to do everything. Inshallah today in our lesson we will cover the reading on page 34 and 35. Before we start the reading, let's look at these questions. Look at the first one. Do you know what career you want to have in the future? Do you think about your future? Do you know what are you gonna be in the future? Some of you said, I want to be an officer, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor. But some students, they don't know what do they want to be, right? So I think better for all of us to know what are we good at. Like for example, if you are really excellent in memorizing things, in art, if you love art, you love literature, then you move to a certain path, career path. We call it a career path. So you reach your something that suits your talent. Everyone should know their talent, what are they good at, and then think about which career they're gonna be. Like if someone is really into science, into how human body works, our autonomy, the body, the muscles, he's very or she's very interested in that. So we would say you should be a doctor, صح? We give them that advice. So based on your interest, the things you like, then you would choose your career, okay? Do you think your career choice is suitable for you? Like for example, if someone says, I want to be a doctor, okay? And they hate science. they hate math. Do you think they will be successful as doctors? Maybe they will, but the majority of us would say, I don't think they will, because they are not passionate about that path. They hate memorizing the body parts, for example, okay? So you have to think reasonably. You have to choose your path reasonably, okay? Your career path. Where can you get help or advice on career choices? Yesterday we talked about it. There are some agencies where they give you some tests. Do you remember the questionnaire we did last class? So you know about your personality, you answer questions related to your personality, the things you like, your interests, and then you, they tell you maybe you can be that or that. They give you choices, a list of choices. I think because you are talkative, because you are confident, you should be a reporter. Because you chose that, you should be a teacher. Because you are interested in law, and you should be a lawyer, okay? So they look what you are interested in and what is your talents, and then they tell you what to do. Do you think we only should go to agencies? Sometimes you have to listen to your parents, صح? Our parents know us the most. They know what do we like. They know us from young age. They know what we are interested in, صح? So I think you should, if you are thinking about your career, you should consult, you should talk to your parents, your older brothers and siblings. Listen to their advice. If you are convinced, they are right. If your mother's saying, look at your grades, they look at your grades. Look at your math, science grades, and look at the art. There is a difference here. You are better in these subjects than the other one. So you have to listen to their advice, okay? Before we read, we have this question on your book. What do you know about aptitude tests and IQ tests? Do you know anything about IQ tests and aptitude tests? Do you have any information about it? IQ test, excellent. It's related to how they test, they have questions. They look at you, how smart, they give you a grade, how smart you are, based on the knowledge you know, based on all the knowledge you know about the world, not only related to your subjects. It's the knowledge around the world. That's why we included the fun fact. So we increase our knowledge, صح? We learn more about the world around us, صح? Have you ever taken one? Have you ever taken an IQ test? Some of you said, most of you said no, we haven't. Even me, I haven't done it before. But what do you think the questions will be about? Do you think you will do really good in these IQ tests, or you think you're going to be not really good? We don't know. I think you should take it so you know. There is some online tests. I think it's for free. Some of it you have to pay, and some for free, just to check how your knowledge and how smart you are, you think. And aptitude tests, I think the Ministry of Education, they included the aptitude tests in our education. They they give you questions and they ask you about your talent. So they see if you are a talented, then you will enter a program to enrich your talent. I think this program is there, الموهوبين والموهوبات. I think it's there in the Ministry of Education. We have these tests. Have you considered entering these programs or not? I think you should. So they will see what are you good at, and they increase your talent, okay? They enrich it. Now, before we start the reading, before we know more about IQ tests and aptitude tests, we have these questions. It's true or false. You have to answer it based on the reading. So you have to write true or false. Number one, millions of people use aptitude tests to get a job. Do you think this statement is true or false? Don't tell me your opinion. You have to read. When we are reading, you have to answer, okay? Number two, Some people use aptitude tests to hire new employees. Number 3, most high school students know what job they want to do. Number 4, aptitude is someone's natural ability to perform certain tasks well. So this is they defined aptitude. Do you think this definition is true or false? 5, a genius, a very smart one, is a person with an IQ of more than 130. They mentioned that. Look at the number. Is this true? 6 people with the same IQ have similar talents. Okay? So look at these questions while you are listening and reading on the book. Try to answer these questions. Okay? Now let's move to the reading. Let's listen together to the reading. Aptitude tests. Bismillah.
Aptitude tests. Nowadays, millions of people, young and old, use aptitude tests to help them decide on a career path or a career change. Many employers also find them useful in their selection of new employees. Aptitude tests can be particularly beneficial for high school students who are uncertain about what career path they should follow. Very few adolescents have a clear idea of what they want to do when they grow up. They often don't know where to begin searching for a job, let alone realize the vast number of career options that are available. Career aptitude tests can help steer students in the right direction by assessing their natural abilities.
Okay. What did you understand from this paragraph? Here, they basically said what we said. Most teenagers, most adolescents, they don't know what are they going to be in the future, which career, which occupation, which job they should take. So they said there are some, the aptitude test is help them steering, show them which direction should they go. When you finish high school, you should study law. Then when you finish that, you should work here. They tell you what to do. They explain your path. They use it mostly in high school, okay, for high school students who are not sure about what they are gonna be, okay? Let's see the next slide and let's read it together.
What is aptitude? First, aptitude should not be confused with academic knowledge, skills, personal interests, or intelligence. Aptitudes are natural talents, special abilities for learning to do certain tasks quickly and easily. Skills and knowledge are learned, but aptitude is something you are born with. For example, an accountant who has learned the skills for the job, but has an aptitude for something else will probably find his work unrewarding and difficult. On the other hand, someone who knows nothing about accounting may have the aptitude to learn the necessary skills quickly and easily.
Okay. In this paragraph, here they mentioned how the difference between your talent and your skills. يعني in the future you can work anything. You can work as a doctor and you can be a successful doctor, but you will be bored if you don't have the talent. If you don't have the talent, you will have the skills, but if you like, for example, if you are fond of art, if you are fond of reading literature, okay, then you would find your work boring. And here they give us an example of an accountant. An accountant, he can learn the skill and he can do his work, but he will feel very bored because he loves something else. You have to know what are you passionate about and then find your career path based on that, okay? Now for the third paragraph, let's read it together.
WA Career Aptitude Test determines someone's strengths, weaknesses, and natural ability to perform and succeed in certain professions. Common areas of testing are logical reasoning, mathematical ability, mechanical understanding, spatial awareness, and communication. The results are best when combined with interest and personality tests to assess what types of work a person would most likely enjoy and perform well.
Okay, they explain what aptitude tests do. What do they test? They test your personality, something similar to the questionnaire we covered in our previous lesson. I think exercise A in our previous lesson. We have a questionnaire and they ask you a question about your personality and then your interests. And then they see what are you good at, okay? This is they explaining how does aptitude tests work, okay? Now here we're moving on to IQ tests. This is the difference. This is a different kind of tests, okay? Let's hear it together.
IQ stands for Intelligence Quotient. The typical IQ test produces a score that compares the test taker's cognitive ability to the general population. A score between 90 and 110 is average, and a score over 130 shows exceptional intelligence, a genius. So what exactly does an IQ test measure? More simply, it assesses the ability to understand concepts and solve different types of problems using logic. This includes spatial ability, mathematical reasoning, language ability, and memory. A sample math question might be, Ben bought 3 books for $5 each with a 20% discount. How much did he pay?
Okay. Here they explained the IQ tests. And what do they mean? What do they measure? And they mentioned they ask you questions, general questions. Mostly it's related to spatial ability, mathematic abilities, memory, language, okay? They ask you different questions from different fields to check your intelligence, okay? And they tell us that if you score 130 or over 130, you are a genius, and 90, 110, it's an average score, okay? Let's move on to the next paragraph. Let's hear it together. Bismillah.
IQ tests, however, are not particularly useful in career planning. 2 people with the same IQ may have very different aptitudes. Occupations of famous people with high IQs include authors, journalists, businessmen, scientists, inventors. Computer specialists, lawyers, cartoonists, actors, boxing champions, and race car drivers.
Okay, here they're telling us that the IQ test, it's not really important to know which career you're gonna get. Maybe you will have a high Q, maybe you have a similar. One is a doctor, one is a lawyer. Like here, we have different jobs. Maybe they all have the same IQ. So IQ tests, they don't tell you which career you should go. Not like the aptitude test. The aptitude test, they check your talent, they know what are you good at, and then they tell you what to choose for your future, okay? Now, let's answer the questions. I told you to put true or false in these statements. If you haven't done it, pause the video, scan the text for the answers, okay? Scan it, double check your information, compare your answers with your friends, and let's see it together. So for number 1, millions of people use aptitude test to get a job. False. They said most high school students. صح. 2, some people use aptitude test to hire new employees. This statement is true. It's mentioned. Number 3, false. Number 4, true. 5, true. The last one is false. Okay, last statement is false, number 6. Now here we have other questions. It's related to the meaning of words, okay, the meaning. Complete these statements with the correct word, okay? Number 1, something that is helpful or good for you is what? When something is really good for you, what do we call this thing? Unrewarding, certain, or beneficial. Something is very good for you. We say it's beneficial. Excellent. We choose C. Number 2, when you what? Something you measure its value, importance, or size. When you realize something, or when you assess something, or when you perform. When you assess something, you measure its value, importance, and size. So we choose assess, okay? Think about the other paragraphs, the other statements, and what do they mean. And now let's do the answer. Let's do it together. Pause the video, do it. Let's check the answers. So as we said, number 1, we say beneficial. Number 2, assess. Okay, number 3, when you put 2 or more things together, you combine them. You combine them, you join them together, okay? Number 4, the level that is typical or normal is average. Average is the level of normality, when something is normal. 5, when you think 2 things are connected by mistake, you one thing with another. You confuse one thing with another. 6, when you understand the general idea, you understand the concept of that idea. The general idea is the concept, okay? Now moving on to the discussion. What do you think you have an aptitude for? Ask yourself these questions. What do you think your talent is? Are you into science more? Do you like art more? Do you like reading literature more? Are you fond of drawing more? Okay, ask each other, discover what's your friend's talent. Ask each other these questions. What kind of career are you interested in? What do you think you should be in the future? Do you want to be a lawyer? Do you want to be a doctor? Do you want to be a teacher? What do you think you will be good at? Okay? Please take your time to do these and take notes, because we're going to use these discussion questions in our writing. It's related to the writing, okay? Do you think your career choice matches your aptitude and personality? Like, for example, if you choose art and you say, I want to be a doctor, do you think it's suitable? No, I don't think so. Maybe you will be a good doctor, but you will not have the passion like when you are an artist, for example, okay? Because your talent is in art, okay? So you have to think, do your talent and your career, the job you chose, match or no, okay? Number 4, do you know someone who finds their job rewarding? Do you think someone finds their job, they are happy with their job, they like what they get in their job? Or someone who is unrewarding, who thinks their job is unrewarding, they work and they don't see anything, they're not passionate, they don't enjoy their job? Ask them. If you know someone like that, why do you think they feel that? They feel their job is rewarding? Or why do you think they say our job is unrewarding? Ask them the questions. What factors might influence someone's IQ? Do you think there are some things that affect someone's intelligence, the IQ tests, the results? Do you think general knowledge is important? Yes, we do think. We have to learn more about the people around us, about the world, not only focus on our life and subjects and that's it. You play with your PlayStations and you watch TV for movies. La, you have to know and be aware about everything, the issues around us, the good things around us, okay? You have to be more aware about saving the environment, for example. You have to have more knowledge. Do you think IQ tests are always accurate? Do you think the IQ tests are very accurate? Some said yes, some said no. For your homework, please do page 109. Sorry, this is a mistake. Page 109. We already covered 107, 108. We read about aptitude test and IQ and learned the difference. We answered questions. For the fun fact, tiger skin is actually stripped. Not only the fur, also the skin is stripped. Also, no 2 fur patterns are alike. Every tiger has a different pattern. This is the fun fact for today. Thank you for listening, and inshallah I will see you next class.